Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you this evening with a live beer review. Haven't done one of these in a while. Um, but yeah, nobody seems to be doing any live shows right now, and kind of a boring night, snowing outside. It's been cold and kind of sleeting and snowing, and good time for a nice winter warmer or higher alcohol beer. So I'm going to drink the new 2025 Bourbon County, but not just any Bourbon County. This is the chocolate praline variant. It clocks in at 14.6% alcohol. Of course, we're looking at an imperial stout aged in bourbon barrels with cacao nibs, hazelnuts, cashews, dates, almonds, and natural flavors. So we've got three different nut varieties in this: hazelnut, cashew, and almond. Bourbon County, the base Bourbon County, is known for the dark fruit notes. So date, fig, raisin. This has dates added to the mix, which sounds especially exciting for me. Um, this is the most expensive variant that I have bought so far in 2025. Looking at $24.95 for the 16.9 ounce bottle. So $25 bottle. But it sounds like it's going to be a winner, and hopefully this is one of the best variants that I've ever had. Contains wheat. No other information on the label. I do know that one of the barrels for the Bourbon County is Heaven Hill, and some of the barrels this year they do Heaven Hill bottled in bond. I don't think this is one of those. I think they just use the regular Heaven Hill. But anyway, some good bourbon for the barrel aging. Just cracked open the bottle here, and oh man, okay. Smelling pretty good. You're getting the dark fruit right up front, right out of the bottle, and some chocolate notes. Of course, that nice barrel presence coming through. So there's your pour. We're looking at a nice, typical Bourbon County appearance, pretty much jet black, poured with a tiny I'm going to say dark tan head, which is pretty much already dissipated. Um, Josh, yes, cheers to you, Josh. I'm drinking your favorite beer. One of your favorite beer brands, Goose Island Bourbon County Stout. It's a 2025 Praline. Here it is. Chocolate Praline variant. Have not had this one yet. I'm sure you can't wait to get out to your local store, Josh, and pick up about, 10 of these bad boys. So anyway, nice pour, nice appearance. The aroma, definitely like some sweet kind of milk chocolate type notes with this. Chocolate covered raisins. The dates are coming through. Smells a little bit nutty. Cashew, almond, hazelnut. I feel like I'm getting hazelnut as the primary nutty aroma. Yeah, really nice. Dark fruit, nutty aromas. The barrel presence is coming through as is expected with the Bourbon County lineup. They never disappoint you with the bourbon notes. This one smells a little bit more sweet, a little bit more confectionery, a little bit more dessert-like. Yeah, definitely. The more I whiff it, the more nutty character I'm getting. Yeah, chocolate covered raisins for sure, and the dates are coming through nicely. So the dark fruit and the chocolate really kind of go hand in hand. The bourbon notes are coming through nicely. A little bit of caramel, maybe even into the toffee realm with the richness on that. Sorry, Josh. I don't want to ruin your Christmas. Cheers, Bumpy. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Just kind of a random live with the Goose Island Bourbon County chocolate praline. So the aromas are fantastic with this. A little bit more on the dessert side with the chocolate covered raisin and the dates and the nuttiness. It's almost like I don't know what's a dessert or like a candy bar. Not Reese's cup because it's not really peanut butter, but like a Ferrero Rocher, the little chocolate hazelnut Ferrero Rocher. That's kind of a lot of what you're getting on the aroma. The chocolate covered raisins and the dates included, and of course the barrel nuts are coming through. But there is a chocolate nutty type candy aspect to the aroma. Almost a little bit of like a Belgian candy sugar note as well. It smells really nice. And, the variants that Bourbon County's been putting out over the last couple of years have been much higher ABV. Last year you had the vanilla rye, which was 14 plus. This year you've got the Cherries Jubilee, which was 14.6 or 14.7. This is the chocolate praline. This is 14.6. So I've noticed that not only is the regular Bourbon County, which is 14.8 this year, going up in ABV, but the variants are also increasing in alcohol as well. And I think the reason for that, if you look at the website and you look at these bottles and you do a little research into the brand, they're actually aging these beers longer, and they're aging a lot of the Bourbon County lineup in better bourbon. You've got the Heaven Hill, that's kind of what they're known for, but they're using bottled in bond versions, or they're using a 7-year, an 8-year bottle. They're using better, longer aged bourbon barrels to put the Bourbon County in. And I think you're seeing an uptick in the alcohol, but you're also seeing an increase in complexity and just enjoyability and barrel quality from the increase in time in the barrels that the Bourbon County line is doing with a lot of their lineup of beers. So anyway, I'm blabbing on because I'm live here, but let's go ahead and get into this and see what we are working with the chocolate praline. All right, cheers, guys. Cheers to Josh and Bumpy in the chat. The Harpoon Day Drifter, it sucks. I've had that. Is that the Nitro one that they put out? I don't think. I bought a Harpoon variety pack recently, and one of the beers in the variety pack was like a Nitro IPA. Okay, first sip, chocolate, dark fruit, a little bit of that nuttiness coming through. A lot of your standard your Bourbon County notes, which is going to be your dark fruit, the vanilla, the oak from the bourbon barrel aging. With this one, though, there's a distinct kind of more of like a milk chocolate versus a dark chocolate. So a little bit more of a sweet chocolate with this one. The hazelnut is definitely coming through. The dates are coming through. I mean, obviously you get dates and dark fruit from the base Bourbon County, but I feel like because they also added dates to this particular variant, you're getting more dates on the palate. On the palate, which is really nice. So I'm really enjoying that. Yeah, that's too bad, Bumpy. Brujos Deepa. All right. Sounds good, Josh. Yeah, this is really nice. This is a little bit more full-bodied. I think with the added chocolate and all the nuts in there, you do get a little bit more of a thicker body with this one. Almonds, cashews, and hazelnuts. I'm maybe getting a little bit of the almond. I'm definitely getting the hazelnut. I would say that's the primary nutty flavor. Of course, the cacao nibs are coming through. It's a little bit more on the sweet side, maybe because of the dates. So the cacao nibs and the dates kind of give you almost like a, not quite brown sugar, but I would say more of like a Belgian candy sugar type aspect to this one. So it is a little bit more on the sweet side, more of a dessert type stout. I'll tell you, man, the Cherries Jubilee was the first 2025 bottle I tried, and it's been the best so far. I like it over the original Bourbon County 2025, and I like it over this one. This one is very enjoyable. It's a wonderful beer. Definitely, you're getting the nuttiness. The dates are really nice. I think maybe I kind of want more dates because there's so much date and dark fruit flavor just from Bourbon County in general. They actually added dates to this particular variant. I wanted it to be just like over the top with the date sweetness and flavors, and it's kind of a little bit of a letdown in that department. But the body is a little bit heavier than your traditional Bourbon County. At 14.6%, you're looking right around the where the ABV is for the standard variant, and 14.6. Bourbon counties of years past have been 14.6, 14.6, 14.7 seems to be the sweet spot for the OG Bourbon County. This is the first year that I've seen the original Bourbon County at 14.8%, so they're going even higher this year, and it shows too. I already reviewed that one, and you're getting a lot more barrel, slightly more boozy quality to the Bourbon County this year. This is really nice. I like the Cherries Jubilee better. Like I said, the original, just the standard variant of the Bourbon County this year, I think is a little bit more better than this as well. This is really enjoyable though. I'm not going to go into the world-class rating with this particular one. I think they hit the nail on the head with what they were doing. When you read the description and you talk about this beer, like, you can't knock them for putting out something that's not exactly what they're describing to you on the label. I just think I would have preferred a little bit more dates. And sometimes when you add all the nuts and the chocolate and this, that, and the other, it kind of takes away a little bit from the Bourbon County experience. And I feel like this one is one of those where you're kind of missing out on some of the barrel-aged beauty that is Bourbon County because of all the added shit. So let me get another sip. I've had some Black Tuesday. I haven't had any of the newer stuff. When I met up with Tanner, Beerman, Bumpy, Eric in Maine, was it last year? It's been almost 2 years ago now, I guess. Tanner brought one of the Black Tuesdays. I thought it was really good. It almost drank more like a barley wine. It was one of the blind reviews, and I didn't know what it was until after we had drank and reviewed the beer. And I thought it was delightful, but I guessed the style at the end, and I think I guessed that it was a barley wine and not a stout because it had more of like a barley wine feel to it, and it was so strong at 18 or 19% or 20% alcohol by volume. But it definitely didn't drink like it. It was, I mean, you could tell it was a higher alcohol beer drinking it, but I would have never guessed that high. It was a fantastic beer. But to me, it didn't really scream stout. It didn't have enough stout vibes. It was more of a barley wine than a stout. This is definitely a stout. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And this is one of the thicker Bourbon Counties. Like I said, I prefer the original variant this year, and I also prefer the Cherries Jubilee version. I would definitely go out right now and buy that one again. It was the same price as this one because it's one of the variants you're paying a little bit more, so about $25 for a bottle. But the Cherries Jubilee, better than this one. That being said, this is an outstanding beer. I'm not going to go quite world-class with this one. I'm going to go 96 out of 100. It's an excellent beer. It's a solid A beer, but I've had so many Bourbon Counties over the years, and the dates are not coming through enough for me with this one. I was really hoping that the dates would just be, amplified that much more because they added dates to this beer, and I'm just getting like the normal dark fruit date combination that I get with all the other Bourbon Counties. So that's a little bit of a letdown, but all the flavors are there. If you like nuts, you'll really like this beer because there's a ton of nuttiness. Ferrero Rocher, the little chocolate hazelnut balls that you can buy, they're really fancy chocolates. They're amazing. I don't need a ton of chocolate candies like that, but those are fantastic. I'm getting a lot of vibes, Ferrero Rocher vibes with this beer. So if you like Ferrero Rocher and you like Bourbon County, you're going to like this beer. You're not going to be disappointed. I'm not disappointed at all, but I have to grade it on a very strict scale because I've had so many different Bourbon Counties over the years. So that being said, 96 out of 100. And of course, my backlight, which is my TV, went out on me. Gotta figure out how to take the timer, the sleep mode off of that. So anyway, there you go. 96 out of 100 for the 2025 Bourbon County Chocolate Praline Stout. 14.6% alcohol. Very enjoyable beer. I may be lowballing it, but personal preferences and some of the other bourbon counties that I've had over the years are just better than this. But it's a wonderful variant. I think they did a pretty good job with it. More dates is the only complaint that I have. And with all the added nuts and other things, it kind of takes away from the base Bourbon County experience. You kind of masks some of the complexity and the beauty that is Bourbon County. The oaky notes, the vanilla, the notes that you get from the barrel aging itself are a little bit muted from all of the added flavors in this particular variant. So that'll do it for this beer review, guys. Thank you to Bumpy. Thank you to Josh for joining this live stream in the chat. I hear brown dump day tastes like. I don't know what that is. Anyway, we're going to end this live review of the 2025 Bourbon County Chocolate Praline Stout. Buy it, try it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. That'll do it for this beer review. Hope everybody out there has a wonderful day. And until next time, cheers, everybody.